I'm Anil Kumar, and in this video we are going to learn a strategy to solve linear equations. We are calling this strategy as inverse operations. So with the help of a few examples, I'll teach you the strategy and then we'll follow up with a couple of videos to practice these examples. So let's begin by a simple equation saying we have x plus 5 equals to 0. If we have to solve this kind of an equation, what should we do? Solving equation really means finding the value of x so that the left side is equal to right side. On the left side we see x with a number, so if I take away that number away, for example plus 5, if I add minus 5 on both the sides, in that case my equation becomes x equals to minus 5. Do you see that becomes the solution for the equation? If I substitute minus 5 here, minus 5 plus 5 is 0. So left side is equal to right side. So we have solved the equation. The equation could be, let me write the next equation in a different color. Let us say equation is x minus 6 equals to 10. How do you solve this equation? The inverse operation for minus is plus. So we will add 6 on both the sides. So if you add 6 on both the sides, what do you get? You get minus 6 plus 6 is 0. So you get x equals to 10 plus 6, which is 16. If I write 16 here, 16 minus 6 is indeed 10. So that is again the solution, right? So you get an idea how to solve equations involving plus or minus a number. You do inverse of that number, right, on both the sides and get the solution. Now let us see if we have product. For example, if I have 2x equals to 10, how do I find solution of such equation? Well, 2 times x is 10. What is inverse of times? Division, right? So let us divide by 2 on both the sides. If I divide by 2 on both the sides, what do I get? 2 divided by 2 is 1. So we get x is equals to 10 divided by 2, 5. Do you see that? So inverse of multiplication is division. Perform division with that number on both the sides to get your solution, right? Okay, if I had half of x equals to, let us say 7, how will I solve this equation? Well, what is inverse of division? It is x divided by 2. You could multiply by 2 on both the sides. You get it, right? So we have x, half of x equals to 7. I could multiply by 2 on both sides. That is times 2 here and times 2 there, right? So that gives me the solution as x is equals to 7 times 2 as 14. You get the idea, right? So likewise, we can find solution of equations by doing inverse operations on both the sides, right? At times, we could have combination of addition, subtraction, multiplication and division, right? Let us take one example like that. For example, I have 2x minus 1 equals to, let us say, 3, right? Now, to solve this equation, first step should be add 1 on both the sides, right? So we'll add 1 on both the sides. So by doing inverse of minus 1, I get, let me write 1 here, I get 2x equals to 3 plus 1 is 4. Now what should I do? Well, and now I can divide by 2 on both the sides. If I divide by 2 on both the sides, I get x equals to 2. So that means I do both these operations, right? So that becomes kind of multi-steps. So that is how you can actually solve the equations, right? Now I have a list of videos which will have a couple of these strategies, and they will help you to solve equations. Now let us do some more complicated ones. So we could also have both numbers and variables on both the sides. So let me take an equation which is 2x plus 5 equals to x minus 3. Now we have variables on both the sides. How to solve such an equation? Well, first we can get rid of the numbers and then by the variables. Or we could get rid of variables and then the numbers. The choice is yours. So what we will do here is, we'll first get rid of the variables from both the sides. We'll maintain variables on the left side. So what I can do here is, we can write this equation as 2x plus 5 equals to x minus 3 is the equation. we'll remove variable from the right side. So plus x minus x minus x. That will remove variable first, right? So we have 2x minus x, which is x, plus 5. On the left side, x minus x is 0. We are left with minus 3 on the right side. Now this equation becomes similar to what we had been doing here, right? So at this stage, we could take away 5 from both the sides. Do you get the idea, right? So the equation was x plus 5, and we are taking away, this is minus 3, we are taking away minus 5 from both the sides. So we get our solution as x equals to minus 8. You get the idea, right? So that is the way to solve equations if we have variables and constants on both the sides, right? Well, this time we kept the variable on the left side, but you could have kept variable on the right side also. Let us do another example which is kind of similar to this. So we have 2x plus 5 equals to 4x minus 2, for example, right? Now I will keep the variables on the right side but get them read from the left side. So if I have to take away 2x, then I can write this as 2x plus 5, and this is 4x minus 2. I'm using another ink just to highlight the next operation. So here we are taking away 2x from both the sides. What do we get? We get 5 on the left side. 2x minus 2x is 2x minus 2 on the right side. Now we can add 2. That is the inverse of minus 2, right? So we have 5. We can add 2 both sides. So plus 2, and we'll do plus 2 both sides, right? So we get 2x equals to 5 plus 2 is 7. What should be x? X should be divide both sides by 2, 7 over 2, or 3.5. You get the idea. So that is how you could solve equations where we have variables and numbers on both the sides. Now here are a few more links which you can go to and then practice similar questions. I hope by performing inverse operations you can easily solve any equation now. Thank you and all the best.